Welcome to the Catlins. This is one of the most scenic regions of the whole of New Zealand, and we're right on the southern tip of the South Island.
Just over an hour's drive outside of Dunedin on the way to Invercargill, this place is famous for its extraordinary landscapes and wildlife.
This is the Nugget Point Lighthouse. Now, it was built in 1869. The name, well, it comes from those large rocks down by the water that glow a beautiful golden colour at both sunrise and sunset. Well, the lighthouse is still doing its job today. Mind you, it's using completely different technology to the old days, and it warns seafarers of the dangers of this terrible piece of coast. And we're going to learn more about that later on. One of the great delights of this area are the walking trails. Now, you'll find them right throughout the Catlins, but towards the southern end, you tend to find that you're walking in pristine, uncut rainforest, just like this. And there's one thing that you have to do, and that's to stop and listen. You walk out of the track and find a little gem like this. It's called Lake Wilkie, and it was actually a divot left over after the last ice age. Filled up with water, well, what a little beauty.
This is Parapara Falls, and surrounded by this lush green forest, it is my favourite place in the Catlins. Just a 10-minute walk from the main track, it is a very popular spot for holiday snaps. Now, when you're here, make sure you take a moment to marvel at Mother Nature's beauty all around you. New Zealand is full of history, and we're on top of Florence Hill, and across the water is Tautuku Sediment. Now, back in the early 1800s, it was a buzzing whaling village, and it was here that they would station their spotters, an ideal vantage point overlooking the Southern Ocean and the peninsula. Today, the village is used for holiday makers, and it is a top spot for a leisurely stroll on the beach.
This wooden lighthouse was constructed after the SS Tararua was wrecked in heavy seas in 1881 with a total loss of 131 lives. To this day, New Zealand's worst maritime disaster. This memorial and the graves behind are the last resting place of passengers and crew, and it's a reminder of the dangers of the storms that boil in from the mighty Southern Ocean.
Thanks to Bottom Bus, we've arrived safely at the end of our Catlins drive into Invercargill.
Now stay with us, because after the break we visit New Zealand's third largest island. It's called Stewart Island, and it is such an amazing place.
New Zealand is an excellent driving holiday destination, but if you don't want to drive yourself, you can get on board with an expert tour operator like Bottom Bus, who specialise in the Catlins region, and they'll take you to all the top spots, and there's heaps of those. Now, to get any more information or book a tour, check their website now.